Got herpes? Eat meat. This channel is for specifically you herpes sufferers out there, and a possible way for you to relieve yourself from this virus. My name is Vita Evenson, and this is Vita Meats. That's M-E-A-T-S. And what I'm going to be talking about is moving into the carnivore diet to help relieve any kind of herpes symptoms, any kind of eczema, any kind of autoimmune issues. I am not a doctor. I am not qualified to tell anybody what to do. This is going to be my journey, and I'm just sharing it with you. Go get advice and help from people who are qualified. There's a lot of physicians out there today who are carnivores and who are teaching and showing and really giving you a great understanding of why eating meat will save you. So I decided to start this channel because this past month I went off the carnivore diet and started eating other things. Now, let me clarify. When I began strictly carnivore to help alleviate, get rid of, do anything of these major herpes outbreaks. I got 4 kinds, 4 HSV 1 and 2. I have herpes zoster and herpetic whitlow. So those are my four pals that have been with me for the past 18 years. Although I've always had HSV 1, always getting a cold sore. I mean, you guys know, my entire family had it. Everybody I know has had cold sores, gets cold sores. Nobody thinks that they've got herpes, but it is in fact herpes. Let's get this out in the open. Let's talk about herpes. Herpes is a very, very common virus that most everybody has, most everyone, and even those who have never had a cold sore can have the virus and be passing it along to others. It's huge, you guys. So this channel is about learning more, not specifically for herpes outbreaks, for autoimmune issues, for everything that has to do with a carnivore diet, because not only is it going to help you alleviate, if not totally heal, from many different types of issues, from what I understand, it just makes you feel great. Like, I'm 30 years old again when I'm actually 59. I'm going to be 60 next year. So for me, there ain't nothing better. Absolutely nothing. And let's go on the whole thing. I began trying to heal my herpes as a raw vegan, and it helped. It worked. It did. It did. Hands down, bowing my head to those raw vegans out there who can stay with being raw vegan for many, many years without having other kinds of problems. I started getting other kinds of problems, and I could not hold up. So I went vegan and started eating some cooked stuff, and then I had to start taking supplements because I wasn't getting enough iron and I wasn't getting enough B vitamins, especially B12, which was knocking me out, and I could not go outside in the summer times here in Greece, and sometimes even in the winter I would lose my blood pressure would drop really low and I would just kind of faint. So I had to take vitamin B12, and as soon as I did that, I got better. Well, B12 is right there in a ruminant animal. And so I started thinking, okay, if I have to take supplements to be okay, something's not right. Because I personally do not think that we are designed to take supplements in order for us to be healthy. I just don't believe it. 10,000 years ago, we had no supplements. So you better be eating what you're supposed to be eating and get everything that you need. If I'm taking supplements, something isn't right. So I started working with that idea, and I kept having my herpes outbreaks about 8 times a year, 7 on a lucky year, but normally 8 times a year, which is, 3 weeks of going through that entire process. So basically half of the year I am cocooned in my home, locked up, not wanting to go out. I don't get just like a cold sore. This is my whole entire thing, inside the mouth, outside, everywhere, oozing on my body, the same, everywhere. Just a mess, exhausting. I went through alternative medicines, I went through the conventional medicines, I went through meditations, I did everything I could possibly come up with. I never, ever believed that eating meat would make it go away, would make it stop. I still have the viruses, obviously. They just don't express themselves. They don't have a route to get out on my skin. So this is what happened. This past month, after being a couple of years carnivore, not dogmatically carnivore, once in a while I'll eat a zucchini in butter and cream, right? I mean, and salt, but basically I'm just meat, just steaks. I don't know why steaks just like do it for me. I don't know, maybe 5 times out of the year I'll have some zucchini, or maybe like sweet potato, kill me. But here in Greece, there is a summertime meal, which is watermelon, which is delicious here, watermelon, feta cheese, and bread. And I grew up on that, and I've always been eating that. So in the summers, I have this strong craving for watermelon. I don't do bread, but I do the cheese. So I eat a little bit of watermelon, more cheese, and I'm fine. And this past month, I started, it's the watermelon season just for about 6 weeks. And I started eating the watermelon. And I was okay. I mean, I was fine. I didn't get my achy bones back, and I was still peeing like I'm 30, and all the good things that happened, my health, my energy levels being up, I was fine. And then I was like, I wonder if I could eat a salad. So I started eating Caesar salads, and I make my own Caesar dressing, which is, as you all know, it's olive oil, anchovies, it's a little bit of garlic, it's lemon juice, mustard, and salt, right? And Parmesan cheese. And so I'm making that, and I really liked it. And just lettuce, no croutons. I didn't do any of that. I loved it. So I started eating a little bit, and then I would make my steak, and I would eat another salad. And then I started just eating a salad, and then I would eat my steak, and the watermelon. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm okay. I really did enjoy the salads and the watermelon until my legs and my arms broke out in these, I don't know if you can see them, right? These blisters, itchy blisters that are like herpes, and I don't know if they are a herpes outbreak or if it's something else, but it's a skin thing, And you know what? It's because of that. I don't know if it's the salad. I don't know if it's the watermelon. I don't know if it's the watermelon with the salad and the meat. I don't know. That's why I'm here. I thought that this would be the perfect time to start a podcast, start talking about this, get some information out, bring some information in to embody the things that I'm learning, because if I'm just watching it on a video, it like goes in and then goes out. But if I talk about it, I'll embody it and just begin to understand what's going on. So as soon as I got this outbreak, I got that sick feeling again, which I always get when I have a herpes outbreak. So I'm imagining it's reacting a lot like herpes. It's all over my legs, but it's not like big, blistering, oozing blisters. So I actually don't know if it's officially a herpes outbreak or something else. Herpes don't usually happen on the legs, so maybe it's something else. I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't want it. So I'm on an exploration. If you want to join me, and if you want to learn more with me, I don't know anybody out there who talks about herpes. There's a lot of people talking about the carnivore diet. I want to interview people. I want to interview you. I want to have a conversation with others and learn more about how carnivore has helped people through menopause symptoms, through health symptoms, health problems. I want to help understand. And if I can help you in any way, that would be a huge gift for me, especially being such an intense sufferer of these outbreaks of herpes, and being cocooned and silent and ashamed and embarrassed, and not reaching out into the world because of these outbreaks. So if you're like me, come along. I'll be very happy to have you. Please leave a comment if there's something you want me to look into and talk about, get some information. Again, I'm just a mom. I'm just an artist. I have no actual medical credentials. So I'm just an explorer and a researcher, and looking for health, vitally healthy. That's where I want to be. And I kind of am now, and 2 years on carnivore. So nothing's perfect, not everything is perfect. I'm going to get into some of my struggles and things that I went through being on the carnivore diet, and finding ways around that. And let's just get into it and see what happens. All right, take care.